Welcome to day 2 of the Relaxation Reset Challenge. I am Lauren Jane, and I'm coming to you from the relaxation station of my bedroom. Today, we are going to talk about the 8 simple, fast, and effective ways to relax. So thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for taking the time. If you can, cut off all distractions so you can just focus and just take a moment and be here with me. I'll try not to go too long, but I want to cover some awesome ways that you can relax and cut out stress in your life. So if you guys watched yesterday, thank you so much for watching that. If you haven't, go back. It's on my personal page. I also shared it into my group, the Streamline and Align. Let's see. So today we're going to handle the different ways to handle your stress. I also want to start off by saying that I am not a doctor. I'm not prescribing anything here. If there's anything you're concerned about, please do check with your doctor. I am a medically certified massage therapist, so I'm coming from that standpoint, as well as just a human sharing with other humans the knowledge that I have and the experience, which I have studied, the art of relaxation through massage, and for the past 6 years with working on thousands of people. I have studied all the organs in the body, how they work, their functions. I've studied energy work, reflexology, so many more different fields in the massage therapy world. Which is both, psychological, physical, it's all sorts of things combined. So actually I had an example here. So yesterday, funny story, not so funny in a way, but so one of my clients, they had already scheduled a massage. It was actually the wife scheduled it for the husband, and they canceled because she said she had to take him to the ER. And, I said, oh, okay, I understand, things happen. And then she messaged later saying, actually, I think he might need it now more than ever. And because you have to be very careful about giving massage because of, whatever's going on physically, it might be they call it a contraindication, like it would actually hurt them to do the massage. So I have to be very careful and make sure I understand what the problem was. So she said that I wrote it down here, I just want to make sure I have it right, that his retina ruptured and he lost vision in his left eye. So I was like, ooh, okay, the headrest, pushes pressure on it. I want to make sure that that's not going to be a problem. If they gave him any, medicines that would affect his blood pressure or his pain tolerance, all these things are going through my mind. But she said that, he checked with the doctors. They actually prescribed that he should get a massage and that it was going to be safe. It was fine. And actually the problem was his cortisol levels were too high. So cortisol is something that's naturally occurring in your body. It's probably okay in small doses. It's probably one of these things that gave us, the fight or flight, reaction so that we got ourselves away from the tigers and things like that. But today, cortisol is something that everybody has way too high of the amounts because we're so stressed out all the time. And it's not because we're running from tigers. It's because we're on our laptops and we're answering stressful emails, or we're dealing with managers, or, whatever our little stressors are. They're not the same thing as we used to deal with back in the caveman days. They're different new stressors, so we need to find new ways to handle them. But yeah, his cortisol levels were way too high, and it actually affected his eye to the point of losing vision. Now, he may be able to get it back. I thought when I got there that I was going to see like an eye patch or something. It wasn't that bad at all, so that's good. But the funny thing is he seems very chill. Every time I've worked with him, I'm just like, this is a very chill person. How is this person so stressed out? And we were talking about it. He has 7 different businesses or clients that he works with, as well as 2 other businesses on the side. He has a lot going on. He's like a computer programmer. So he's very stressed out, and what he does is he internalizes it, and so he's holding it in his body, and your body finds ways to let go of the pressure, let go of the stress, and let you know that something is wrong. So the way that his body reacted was by having his eye rupture, and so one way or another, it's going to show. You can't just hold it in forever. So you have to find healthy ways to let it out. So we talked about both ways to relax as well as ways to healthily let go of the pressure, like going to a kickboxing class, working out, things that release it in a healthy way. So that was an extreme case of stress causing a medical thing, and this is very common. This is why I got MS. I was too freaking stressed out, and you can ask anybody. Like I love my dad. He's a lawyer. Lawyers get a lot of health problems. He just recently had basically a heart attack. So stress really does cause medical problems, and that's an example. And I'm glad that I was able to help out. So let's start today. Super simple. We're just going to take 4 deep breaths. All right. So let's all do this together. Wherever you are, even if you are driving, you can do this. All right. I believe in you. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth. One more. And last one. All right, now that is a very simple calming technique. If you did that with me, you're feeling the same awesome effects that I am. It's a physical thing that happens by giving oxygen to your brain and just helps you to recenter, helps you to be calm. You can do it any time of day. Nobody will notice. You can do this at work. You can do it on the train. You can do it while you're driving, anywhere. All right, so yesterday we did a meditation, if you guys were on, and meditation is so important, and it's more than just simply sitting somewhere and being quiet. Now, there's many different ways to do meditation, but the main point is that you're taking time out of your day to just sit there and relax. And I just wanted to share with you that in 2011, Sarah Lazar and her team at Harvard found that mindfulness meditation can actually change the structure of your brain. 8 weeks of mindfulness-based stress reduction, also known as meditation, was found to increase cortical thickness in the hippocampus. So that's part of the brain, and that the thickness, the cortical thickness increased. So they're saying that your brain literally changed over 8 weeks. And that area of the brain governs learning and memory. And in certain areas of the brain that play roles in emotion regulation and self-referential processing. There were also decreases in brain cell volume in the amygdala, which is responsible for fear, anxiety, and stress. And these changes that the participants self-reports of their stress levels, indicating that medication not only changes the brain, meditation not only changes the brain, but it changes our subjective perception and feelings as well. So they're saying parts of the brain, you can literally have, you'll build more structure, more thickness, build certain areas of brains more by doing meditation. And you will decrease the areas that are about fear, anxiety, and stress. So physical things happen and change. Your brain has plasticity, which means it can grow and change and adapt. It is the reason why when I had MS and I was partially paralyzed and I had thinking problems, I was able to come back to where I am now, where I'd say I'm 99 to 100% better. I would say I'm fine now. And I have been for the past 6 years. So why is that? That's because of plasticity. So your brain can literally change and you can build it. And they said that I was able to heal faster and better and not be taken down so low because I had a college education. So I was already starting up here and it brought me down to here. Whereas if I wasn't as educated as I would have started here and come down to here. So it wasn't as hard for me to get back up as it would be for someone, that wasn't building their brain as much. So I do make it a point to constantly learn things, new languages, learning about how to put pixels on websites and learning how to do Facebook ads, learning all these things that before I would have said, I can't do that. It is important to grow your brain, and meditation is a way to do that. So, and also a lot of people say that they have trouble just not thinking about anything, and it's okay. Just let yourself, the thoughts will come in and just try to, come back to focusing on your breathing and just trying to be in a state of, not worrying and stressing and not trying to think about your to-do list. And it's going to come in, it's going to happen. That's okay. You just, it's like waves. Like it comes in and you let it go. And you'll get better and you will actually be able to focus more the more that you meditate. It's like scientifically proven. So yesterday, I had you guys make a list of what stressed you out in general. Like what stressed you out yesterday specifically, and then what stresses you out like on a general level. Like this is something that always does it for me. So if you didn't make that list, make it now, make it today, and then prioritize what you can and cannot cut out. So put those, everything that you put on that list, put them under 2 columns. And then put the things that you can change, the things you can't. So maybe you can change your job, or maybe right now you can't. Maybe you can change the route that you take to get to work because that stresses you out, to one that's like better traffic. Maybe something is broken in your home and it stresses you out every time you deal with it, or it's messy. And every time you open that cupboard, things fall out. Clean it or fix it. So start thinking about what are the things that you have control over and what are the things that you don't, and you just have to find ways to manage and work through them. So that'll give you a sense of control over what's going on in your life. And just, write these ways down, because the important thing is that when you're in the heat of the moment, it's so easy to forget what in your rational mind you may be thinking. When you're rational, you're like, of course I wouldn't say this or do this. But when you're angry or stressed out or tired or hungry, you're going to say and do things differently. So if you have it already set in your mind, that you make commitments to yourself of how you're going to handle that situation when it comes up, especially if it's a regular pattern that keeps repeating, you should be able to also have a regular pattern of a solution and a way to handle it. So here are some examples. Next time you read your emails, if that's something that stresses you out, next time you read your emails, listen to Meditative Mind or relaxing music. Meditative Mind is a station on YouTube that I've found that I really love, that has music that hits you at a certain level. It makes you super chill. If you haven't listened to it, just give it a chance. And I'm sure there's several others out there. Or, classical music. I like to listen to things that don't have words because I'm trying to focus on the words in the emails. So things without the lyrics. And then, here's another example. Next time you're in traffic and you get frustrated, take 2 deep breaths. We practiced that today. We did 4. I'm just asking you to do 2. So just keep it in your mind, keep it as a practice that you're just always going to take those 2 deep breaths instead of screaming and calling that person a bad name. And next time you feel like screaming at someone, you say, like if you're in a situation with a loved one or a kid or whatever, and you're in person, you say, I'll be right back, and go take a walk. Just remove yourself for a second. Don't walk away without addressing the fact that you're coming back. You don't want it to come across as though you're just abandoning the situation, but you are giving it some breathing room, giving yourself a chance to calm down. So those are some simple things that might happen to you. And maybe it's that you're on the phone with someone that always stresses you out. And I'm not saying hang up on them. Unless you have to. But just know, if it's someone that always stresses you out when you get on the phone, go into it before you pick up the phone and with a mindset of, okay, there's going to be things they're going to say that's going to trigger me. And I'm going to handle this the best I possibly can. I'm going to come with my best version of myself. And if I need to end the phone call early, I'm going to say, what, I'm really sorry I have to go, but thank you. And, just cut it off before it happens. Because a lot of times we have triggers that it's the same thing over and over. And it's because we haven't actually dealt with it yet. We haven't actually conquered that problem. So try to start seeing what they are and start actually solving them. So once we have that awareness of what it is, then we can start tackling the issues. Like, in AA, they always say the first step is like saying that you have the problem, addressing it. So here are some solutions. These are going to sound super simple, but they're super effective, and they are what I tell my clients. And we can go further into some of these. So first one is meditation. We covered this on why it's so important. We practiced it yesterday. There are apps out there like Insight Timer. I'm sure there's a ton of other apps or YouTube channels if you want to listen to a guided meditation that might help you to not wander off in your mind if someone's telling you, to flex a muscle and release, or they're saying to think about walking through a field, and at first this might feel strange, but I promise if you start building it into your daily routine, or at least weekly routine, somewhere into your routine, you're going to start really appreciating it, and you're going to notice a change. So that's meditation. Massage. Massage lowers your blood pressure. It helps with, it pushes all the lymphatic fluids around that get stuck. So just underneath your skin, you have, it's called lymphatic fluids, and you have lymphatic, like the main ports and the main, I think of them as like train stations. So there's like main areas that they, when you get sick, for example, when you get a cold, you get swollen right here. And that's because the lymph is getting stuck there. It's fighting off the illness. And your lymphatic system doesn't have a pump, like your heart pumps your blood throughout your body. But your lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. So that's why you have to get up and move and walk. And if you are in bed rest, it gets stuck. So that's a time that sometimes massage therapists would come in and slowly massage the lymph to where it needs to go, to the train stations, which is basically anywhere that you sweat is the train station. So massage helps push that all around. That's why they'll also tell you at the end of massage to drink water, because then it gets filtered through like your liver and through, eliminating it. So it's really good to drink water after a massage. And if you do go drinking, drink a lot more water, because the first time I ever did that before I was a massage therapist, I got so hungover. It was the worst, because alcohol does dehydrate you. So make sure that you drink lots of water. Try not to drink alcohol after a massage, or definitely before one. So those are some things with massage. It's a really great way. It's not just a luxury. It truly is a health thing that's going to help you. And making sure that you get a good massage therapist, which we'll go into that later. So another one is sound therapy. I told you about the meditative mind station, and there are certain sounds that hit your brain waves in different ways. Basically, listen to anything that's calming is going to help. Aromatherapy. So this is like a simple set here of aromatherapy bottles. I'm not as huge a fan of some of these sets like this one. They're straight up full on like the scent. Like it's lemongrass, peppermint, orange, eucalyptus, lavender, and tea tree. I don't like these because they're too strong for me of each scent. I really like the blends. So this one I think I got, let me see. There we go, yeah. This is a blend from Whole Foods. And I sometimes, seriously, I'll just keep it somewhere that I can easily access and like, yep, it smells good. It's like kind of a rose scent, something like that. This one has cedarwood, lavender, frankincense, orange, grapefruit, ling ling. So you can find these online. There's a lot of people with MLMs that are selling them nowadays. And you can put them into a diffuser, which is just something you plug into a wall and it spreads throughout the air of your room. You can, from time to time, just smell it. Some of them you can put on your skins. Make sure that some of them will say like don't ingest or don't put it on your skin. So just make sure if there's any specifications on that. But the different ones, like I think peppermint wakes you up. Orange will energize you. And when you smell it, you can tell. You're like, yeah, I do. I feel a little bit more energized. Whereas lavender will calm you. And you're like, oh yeah, it does. Kind of smells relaxing. Eucalyptus is good for if you have like a cold. It opens up the nasal passages. That's why it's in like Vicks Vapor Rub. It's also why I don't really like to smell it, because I'm like, it reminds me of Vicks Vapor Rub, which reminds me of being sick. But that's why I like the blends that have a little bit of everything in them. But super simple way. You can just put a little bit on your chest right here so that you can kind of smell it throughout the day. And you can add it to your massage. A lot of massage therapists will add essential oils into the massage. Let's see. So next is get outside. Getting outside always makes it better. Now I know some of you guys are in different weather and it might be too cold. So, it kind of depends on that. But changing your environment is huge on changing your stress levels. So I am doing the Marie Kondo, I think she calls it KonMari method, and going through and changing my environment and getting rid of a lot of stuff. It really helps that I'm doing this move, so I don't want to pack too much stuff. So I'm like, this stuff goes with us, this stuff goes to Goodwill. But changing your environment, making sure it's nice and clean and there isn't stuff that's just cluttered and in your way, and maybe it's hard to open a closet and stuff falls out at you, that's going to just constantly frustrate you. Whereas if it's in a nice, clean environment and organized, you know where to find your stuff, that's going to be more relaxing. It's kind of like, I always love going to hotels because it's just like, oh, it's so clean. And like, I don't have to worry about anything. And like, I feel like I can think clear when I'm in a hotel room, to be honest. So I'm like, all right, I need to take that with that philosophy of how do I want my home to look? How do I want my relaxation station and my sanctuary of my room to be so that my environment is, you know, as positive as possible? Maybe you want to change your friends. So they say that you're the average of the 5 people that you're around the most. So are your friends always complaining and negative, or are they positive and uplifting and they support your goals? So start thinking about who are those top 5 people, maybe write down their names, and think about their general attitude towards life. Like, yes, we're all going to have times where we're frustrated and we want to share with our friends things going on. But does that person always come to everything with a perspective of negative? Or do they try to see the bright side? They see the silver lining, or they work towards solving the problem. They work towards, the positive side. So if they have a general perspective that's positive or negative, that's going to affect you, and it's going to affect your stress levels. And their advice is going to lead you down that same stress path that theirs is, because that's how they see the world. So just start thinking about that, and then, try to either make new friends if the current ones are very stressed out all the time and negative. And just, start trying to make sure that those top 5 are the people that you want to be most like, because you're going to kind of morph and change and end up being like your friends, to be honest. It just kind of happens. Change your thinking. So I used to think that self-help and improvement books, I thought it was only for like people who there was something wrong with them. And, and then I met Ben. He has an entire library, which, oh my gosh, I'm trying to pack it up right now. It's ridiculous. Everywhere I look, there's more books. But I mean, he has so many books that are so positive, that are so inspiring. And I mean, I'm very lucky to have that library around me. But there, not everybody has that. So there literally are libraries. There's Google. You can search things. There's YouTube. There's so many people out there trying to inspire people. And once you find a few good ones, then you can, start working on surrounding yourself and constantly putting in good things into your mind. So I'll listen to like positive and inspiring things while I'm making breakfast or while I'm driving. Those little times of the day where you could, sometimes it's good to just be with yourself and in your thoughts, but I like to feed my brain and my soul and my inspiration. So that's one way to help get onto the positive side, find things that are relaxing, cut out the stress. It's a holistic thing, because you got to start changing everything in order to change, your stress levels. So the homework for today, actually, I'm going to check and see if we have any questions. Just going to check on my phone real quick. How are you guys liking this? Can you give me some likes, some love, some comments if you're watching, if this is affecting you, if you have any questions, things that stress you out and you're not sure how to handle, things that help you relax. So share with me so that I know what you're thinking. All right, so we got some likes. We got one comment here. Let's see what it is. Get a Kangen water machine. I'm a massage therapist too. I have heard about these. I don't know if that's how you say it. Kangen water. I think that's the one that's, what do they call it? It's like when you put lime into soda water, it makes it alkalized. I think, is that what it is? I know it's like a super filtered, purified water. I should totally do that. Water is so important. more on that another day. All right, so I think that's it for questions. Feel free to drop them below because I know not everybody's on right now. You're going to watch us throughout the day. We are all around the world here, so feel free to please comment if you're watching the replay. Okay, so your homework this is fun homework. This is good. Like you're never going to get homework as fun as this. Schedule a massage. So find a chair massage place. If like here in Florida, we have about 5 Whole Foods that has a company called Take 5. I used to contract for them, and they have amazing massage therapists. And for most chair massage places, it's going to be you just walk up, sign up on a little sign up sheet, and within 20 or 30 minutes you can be seen. That's the beauty of those things where you don't have to be scheduled. So I don't know if where you are you have that. They do have them in most airports. I will say they're a little pricey at the airports. Even for me, I'm like, really? Like, come on. But that's how airports are, right? And in malls, they have them a lot of times as well. And try to find the best place possible. I'll go over more on a second on that. But if you cannot schedule a massage for whatever reason this week, I will be teaching you on a later date this week how to do your own massage, or how your loved one or friend, someone can give you a massage. Okay, so I'll show you like some hands-on experience what to do. But once you've gotten a massage, comment below or post in the group Streamline and Align. Let me know your experience. Let me know how you felt before, how'd you feel after, things you liked, things you didn't like. Every massage therapist is different. I view it kind of like how when you're dancing, like every person dances a little differently. Their own style, their personality is going to come out, and it's going to be in the speed of the massage, how hard they press, how present they are, how much knowledge they have about the body. Are they a new therapist? Have they been at it for like 5 years? If they just got out of school, the good thing is they just learned everything, so they might be nice and fresh. However, they are less experienced. So, there's goods and bads. And some people are more just naturally gifted. Maybe they always massage their friends and family before they went to school. But definitely, if you can, go to a professional, experienced, licensed massage therapist. And I know different states and different countries probably handle this a little differently. Florida is very strict with licensing. So some companies, I think that Zeal and Soothe are throughout America, but they are like the Uber of massage. A lot of people ask me about them. They're good. You're going to get, it's just like when you call an Uber, you don't know who's going to pick you up. You don't know what massage therapist you're going to get. However, they do check and make sure that everybody's licensed and insured, and, interview them, make sure that they're good therapists. And they also get feedback to make sure that, is this person providing what they say they're supposed to provide? And, so you have all that, checks and balances. And I believe that both of them check the client as well to make sure that you are a safe person for them to come and massage. So Zeal and Soothe, I think, are around $85 an hour, maybe $95 an hour. And the person will bring the table right to your home with the sheets and the lotion, all that. Bodywell is a local Florida one. I think they're up in Washington and maybe Seattle as well. That's Bodywell Mobile Massage. Massage Envy and Hannah Stone, I think, are throughout the country. I kind of think of them as like the Wendy's or McDonald's of massage, because the good thing is, what you're going to get when you go in one. They're pretty much all the same. They look the same. They have the same, pricing and structure. So that's the beauty of it. There's a sense of safety there. But for the most part, you're going to get therapists who are fresh out of school because they don't know what else to do, and that's where they go. Like, not always. And again, you might get a great therapist. So that's a good, safe entry level thing for people who don't get massages to do. What I like to do is support local, therapists that are not in the, Wendy's and McDonald's of America, the ones who are doing it on their own. The thing with that is that you just don't know what you're going to get. So, try to read some reviews, get some referrals. The things you're going to look for in a local spa that's not a big brand name is they need to show their license number. So usually it's on the sign, or when you first go in the office in the main waiting room, there's going to be a certificate that says their massage license number. If it doesn't show that, you might want to ask for it. The thing that I'm trying to prevent from happening is going to a massage parlor, as I call it, that is a place where they do unsavory things. Things are illegal, because massage is not a sexual thing. It is a medical thing. It is about relaxation. It is not about anything sexual. So if it seems sketchy, it probably is. So don't go to one of those places. It won't have a big sign that says just massage. It'll usually have a name like Orchid Massage. If the windows are blacked out, again, probably don't want to go there. So those are some warnings. I think we got some comments. Hold on. Whew. I get talking and then I'm like, woo! My energy level goes up. Brittany Megan. Great video. Thank you. Thank you, Cliff Alameda. I'm definitely overdue for this. Yes, get a massage. All right, so if you cannot afford one of these places, don't go to Craigslist. I just had a client recently tell me they went on Craigslist and someone came to their home and they had a table, but he's like, wow, they didn't do this like with the proper draping, because you stay covered at all times during a massage except for the part that you're working on. Like I will uncover just the back and work on that, or just the leg. There are types of massage called like Lomi Lomi, where they have maybe half of your body is exposed, so your arm, leg, and back. But the proper way, at least that I was taught, and in the American fashion, in Europe they do it a little different, is that your genitals will always be covered. And for the most part, most of your body will always be covered. So this person found someone on Craigslist that I don't think followed that practice. And I said, yeah, you probably just don't want to find someone on Craigslist. But you can go to like Groupon. Groupon will give you some really great discounts. It's not great for the business owner because they don't make much money, but it's a marketing cost. Basically, hopefully they will get repeat business out of you. So that's a good way to save money and go get a massage. And then also local massage schools. So like at my massage school, we had to do 500 hours of hands-on practice. Now, again, you're getting beginners, but you can get some really great massages and it's really not that expensive. And it can be an awesome experience as well. So the best way is an experienced massage therapist like myself, coming to your home or at an office that's like a local person who's been at it a few years. That's the best. But, in a pinch, together things are great too. Let's do a breathing exercise. I need to calm down. Yeah, see? Simple as that. So your homework today is to go get a massage or schedule one. And again, I will teach you, I don't think I'm doing it tomorrow. I'm doing it on Thursday. I'm going to teach you how to do a massage for your loved one or on yourself. And then keep looking at the causes of your stress. Keep thinking about the solutions. Be solutions focused. If you are solutions focused, you won't be constantly trying to keep up with managing the problems. So these are the things I want you to take away from today, is that there are about 8 different solutions. They're very easy and pretty much anybody can go do these, and try to go schedule yourself a massage for this week. So today, tomorrow, before Friday, or Saturday or Sunday. I'll allow that as well. But put in the comments that you're going to go and get one. And if you're not able to get one, then that you're going to be here on Thursday and you're going to learn how to give one to yourself and or have your loved one give one to you. So thank you so much for being here today. I'm going to be talking about this all week long. And just message me if you have any questions, maybe things that you have specific, like things that are specific stressors that you're not sure how to handle, or specific questions about massage, aromatherapy, anything that's come up today. So I thank you so much for your time and for your energy. And we'll just take another deep breath. And take this calmness with you today. And whenever you're feeling a little stressed out, just take another deep breath. You got this. Namaste.